Alrighty, folks. Well, good evening, hello, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to another session of our Dawn of the Dales. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by all of our wonderful and present players this evening.
Oh,
Hello, hello.
And what else is wonderful and also present are the maps. So if you like them, go check out the Patreon. But let's just dive right into it. Let's talk about what happened last time before we actually get into what's going to happen this time, because there's a little bit of some investigations going on and hopefully some details that are remembered. But we'll find out. So, last time the session opened up with mid-battle. Actually, started with battle of the Harrow Children's Rooms. The party was swarmed by twisted ettercap creatures, waves of spiders bursting from windows, ceilings, even phasing in from what looked to be another plane. Webbing, poison, claws, and mandibles filled the cramped halls as everyone was grappled, bitten, nearly overwhelmed, webbed. Through coordinated strikes, Arabella's blades, Erebus's relentless blows, Aaron's spell work, Dacron's radiant magic, and Rallon's decisive axe, the group finally cut down the last of the creatures as the house fell silent. Searching the rooms revealed the first clues to the Harrow's family's fate. Child's diary, mostly scratched out, contained a final entry about a man in shadows marking the death of the family. Marking the family for death. There was also a crayon drawing showing the parents, the two children, and a fifth, darker figure, each bearing the same flame-shaped mark in different places. The same mark appeared on the ghostly Lady Harrow when she briefly manifested on the balcony before an unseen force shoved Aaron over the railing. The mark proved disturbingly familiar. Rallon had seated on his own child. Erebus recognized it from his late mentor. Reading this, I realized I made a horrible mistake in spelling Aaron's name, and it's driving me bonkers. Either way, deeper inside, the group uncovered the rooms and journals of Gunther, the Harrow House mage. The writings described the shadows whispering his attempts to protect the family and his fears that had invited something he could not close. But never that the mark itself was spreading. One scrap revealed someone carried the other stone to his grave. Uncertain what this was, but it seemed to suggest perhaps the earthing stone lies buried. In his private study, ritual bowl forced several of you to your knees. Psychic force. Arabella eventually discovered a hidden mechanism behind an out-of-place cookbook. And there were some other things that were also discovered here, potential clues. But Arabella did pull this cookbook out. Slid open, revealing a secret wall, which then revealed a skull embedded in stone, crowned with a glowing pink candle. And that's where we ended. You just saw the kind of entrance to this other room. As, yes, go with only strings. As you hear the wood sliding across in the bookshelf would probably cover this window. Slides that direction.
that is interesting.
Lovely.
I'm gonna head over there.
Okay. Entering into this very cramped, you could call it a room, aside from on the northern side where you enter is that skull kind of embedded into the wall, just jutting out with that pink glowing candle. directly to the south of that seems to be a chest, ornate in nature. A long rug that runs the length of this hall slash a closet. It's a long closet. And at the far end is a single stone pedestal, taking up the majority of that wall. Resting atop it is a single book, seemingly bookmarked with a darkened scrap of leather.
Aaron will walk down, look down at the chest, then look back at Arabella, following him in, and continue walking down toward the book. I will examine the book.
Okay. Aaron starts to examine the book. What's everyone else doing while Aaron's examining this book? And also, in what way are you examining the book, I should ask?
I want to look at the leather piece, and then I also want to read the pages that it's open to.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm going to be kind of looking over his shoulder, like skimming over the book also. But I'm going to ask Aaron, what did you see in that like little well thing?
I don't know exactly what you mean about the well thing, but can you back off just a bit? It's very already cramped in here, and I don't need you over my shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll take like one step back, but I'm still peering over.
Fair enough. I think you are referring to the bowl that's in the center of that room. Okay.
Yeah,
It is just a ceramic bowl with a candle in the center of it.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it was, so I was just making up some words for it.
Gotcha. Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Arabella she'll kneel down because there's not enough room in this place already. But she'll kneel down and like keeping an eye on what Aaron's doing out of the corner of her eye. She will look at this chest. What she'll probably be doing is like running her hands along it, looking for locks, looking for potentially little secret nooks, anything.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Aaron, you can give me an Arcana check. Anything from Dacron and Ralorn as everyone runs into this very small hallway.
They've already gone through I'll look through the stuff in the room, but I know we've already gone over most of it, so
I gotcha.
He will take stock of it, but we don't have to rehash what we already know.
Okay.
Only a 13. It's a 3.
Yeah, would I be able to use like a help action for Aaron? Like if anything caught my eye, I could like kind of point it out.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
Proficient? No.
Then no, you cannot help him in such matters.
Okay. Oh wait, no, I have a red dot next to Arcana. Yeah.
Then you are proficient. You can assist him.
So that roll for it, or?
So he would get an extra roll. That is what the help action does.
Come on, Aaron.
1.
All right.
Okay.
11 is better than a 3.
Although I will note, 13 still isn't bad. I mean, it's not great.
I mean, on a d20 though.
On a d20, I mean, between 1 to 20, 13 is not bad. I know you rolled a 3, but still. But all right, Arabella.
Mm-hmm.
So the chest itself does not appear to be locked. Does not appear to be trapped. However, you do seem to find, with a 26, a hidden compartment alongside it. Narrow, but wide hidden compartment. It stands out because there is a small keyhole. No handle. And the keyhole blends in with the wood grain of the chest itself and the ornate kind of filigree and such decorating it, but you would spot the small keyhole.
If there's a keyhole, I can try unlocking it.
You can. Give me a sleight of hand with advantage. While you do that, Aaron. So, this book the 19. It is still locked. But you'll find that out here in a minute. But Aaron, with Erebus's help, easily enough to tell from a quick glance over this page, this book details a ritual. It seems seemingly focusing on the same ritual that the bowl had to deal with. And I would say that would give you further insight if you wanted to look through the book. There aren't any like traps. I mean, the book's just sitting there on top. It's not like there's
like purification kind of stuff.
It's separation.
Separation.
Mm-hmm. It would be separation. And it does seem, I would say, just based on this page, or these 2 pages, the ritual does seem to be like it, the way it's written, at least on these 2 pages. It's a lot of pontification and extrapolation and extra stuff, but it does seem to be modular. There are anchors. Appear to be 4 anchors needed for this particular ritual. It doesn't have any particular pastor that it's intended for, even though it is Gunther's creation. But it does talk about the 4 anchor items. An item of intent. An item of witness, innocence, and trust. They're the items to help maintain this ritual of separation.
Can I pick the book up off of the...
Yeah, it's a book, yeah.
I'll take the book out of the closet into the main room. And I'll talk with Dacron and Erebus. Erebus is following out as well.
Yeah.
As this is describing a separation ritual. It appears that I think that he already tried it. I think there are 4 anchors that it is describing. The intent, witness, innocence, and trust. I don't understand that quite. If it
As I peer over this book, is it written in common?
Yeah.
I don't suppose I'd be able to go back to any of the books that I've studied as maybe some sort of reference.
So just based on this one page, that is what you guys get. Based on these 2
Oh,
pages. I mean,
oh,
there's a whole book if you guys want to skim
Yep.
through it more. But I
No.
will say I'm going to count that roll towards the rest of your reading the book if you do read the rest.
I'll bring the book out to a little more comfortable area and kind of give the preliminary findings, and I'll continue reading unless we want to move on.
As you see,
So I'll just start reading.
Arabella kind of fiddling with the side of that chest there. Not at the actual lid of it.
okay. All right. You're gonna have to tell me. As we're passing by and I see her fumbling with it, can I try to, like I did with the last lock as I'm passing by, can I try to
She has already
give
rolled it.
it Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm just
She-
gonna follow her.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
like kind of like probably at this point thinking it over. At that point, she's already rolled.
Okay.
And you were helping Aaron.
Yes. Yes.
But Arabella, this secret side opening in the chest is still shut, still locked. The main portion of the chest, it doesn't seem locked, doesn't seem trapped in any way though.
She'll sit back with a huff. We need to find a key. And what she will do is she'll open the main section of the chest.
Okay. Notes. Some of them seem organized into piles. You can almost see the organization falter from left to right as you look in this chest. The left side is stacked neatly. There might be a few writing implements long since dried out. A couple of empty ink pots. Maybe a few candles as well. But then you can slowly see like the scattering of notes. And the writing in there you can kind of see gets a little different as well, although all the same handwriting. With a lot of notes.
May I take a little bit to sit down and go through them, please?
Absolutely. Say no check necessary to read the notes. There's a lot of them. Most of them are small and like almost like ideas, half-baked. The first ones are organized into like his thought process behind making a book of rituals. There'd be some notes on suspicion of the mark the Harrows have. I know it'd be mostly more ordinary things at first, and then it would start to talk about a process not in supreme detail. It's almost like they're notes to himself. Not quite a diary, but like reminders. One note might say, I opened the way. I let it in. I didn't mean to. I didn't know. Another note. They trusted me. The children trusted me. And I still failed them. Another. It wasn't my hand. It wasn't my voice. But it was my fault. Those are all personal. Uncertain exactly what it's referring to. But then you remember Aaron talking about that ritual, and then some of these other notes start to kind of chime into your thought process. The circle broke. Anchors were wrong. Perhaps I didn't understand what was needed. And then there's one page that repeats those 4 anchors. Intention, intent, witness. Who's a witness? Or what would count? Innocence. Try to think of whose innocence. Or perhaps just the essence of it. And it's not quite ramblings. It's more just like ideas. It's an idea board. And then trust. And that one, not much is said after except for they trusted me. There would only be a few other notes that would scribble. Half-written ink starts to be smeared in the last ones. It doesn't want magic. It wants meaning. And then the final one that would seems like a desperate, maybe not plea, but I tried to finish it. I don't think it will let me. I don't think they'll ever know. And those are pretty much the notes in a nutshell. The first ones do seem more, like I said, organized and like studious of like actual like theorizing. And then it gets personal, desperate, defeated. Meanwhile, as Aaron and Erebus are sharing their information with Dacron and Ralorn, because you're there as well, you might understand some of this. So, looking through this book of separation, it was meant to separate connection to shadows, specifically. Connection to something dark. something not necessarily evil, but perhaps. There is a shadow that is mentioned, but it doesn't appear in the writings of this ritual book anytime a shadow is mentioned. It's not metaphorical. It's quite literal. Shadow. Separate the shadow. Remove it. Speaks about how the rituals will only really work if the anchors are emotionally true.
Can I don't know, skim through or whatever to try to pick up on how the shadow works? Like, how it acts or reacts or the nature of?
So this doesn't speak on the nature of the shadow. This only talks about removing connection to shadow, to the shadow, connection to the shadows, connection to the being in shadows, connection to... And I would say it's never written down, but it's a connection to the Dusk Lord. It's implied heavily that this is a ritual to sever a connection to the Dusk Lord.
Well, it seems that he cast this ritual, but it didn't work. But it may have partially worked, considering the state of the house that we are in.
Or an opposite effect. Who knows?
This is what the house looks like with the ties severed. I would hate to see what it looked like before.
Or maybe there are two halves to the house, and we're the shadow half.
In the state of things, it looks like it would definitely be the shadow half. And with those spider creatures moving in and out.
So they were unable to completely sever them, merely open them like like a book. We're on the wrong page. Or a mirror.
Similar to a mirror.
The upside down. So, are you saying we should identify these items and complete the ritual?
I think we may have a choice whether to complete it or to undo it.
Or does it mention
either way, we should identify the 4 items, the anchors.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They need to be emotionally attached to him. What's the bet he used the Harrow family as anchors?
I wonder if those scars or those, for lack of a better word, the birthmarks play a part in that.
But I've seen that mark before, so
So,
There are
I'm
birthmarks.
confused.
They are.
okay.
I'm confused as to how it could be linked to all of this stuff.
And how those
Very
attach to what you
interesting.
know and I.
It sounded like somewhat of an incomplete spell. Untested, probably is a better word for it. Right, Aaron?
It does not seem like it is fully complete, but as far as untested, I'm not sure. I think he may have tested it.
And what normally happens during a testing phase?
Until the spell is complete, usually not very good things.
I think that we are in the not very good thing. I think that maybe he did manage to separate, but incorrectly, or not the part he wanted to.
I
His
wonder if
notes
we
are
have.
ramblings. I will
Do
pass
his,
over the
do,
notes that I
do his,
found.
do his notes ever identify any of these items? Anchors?
No, they don't identify any of the anchors, but they would say that they need to have basically emotional significance to, I assume, the caster. And he seemed rather invested in this family. There was 4 of them. 4 anchors are needed. Maybe it's a bit dark to think as such, but I don't think that it would be wrong to think that he used the family as anchors.
You said emotionally invested. That picture that I found, that seemed to be fear. The child with the picture that I saw, it looked like it was afraid.
Give me an insight check, Erebus.
With a 13.
Okay. With a 13. No, the child's drawing was not a picture of fear. The person in dark clothing, or dark figure in the picture that was holding the 2 children's hands, seemed to be treated like family to them. It was, if anything, a picture of connection. One could say an innocent picture of connection. Gunter.
So I feel as though they trusted this individual.
This note says that they trusted me. This might be referring to the family.
Yeah. They trust.
So you think that this picture is maybe one of the anchors?
That's a great point. Like, yes, I think you're on to something there.
You were the one that was onto it.
Well, I didn't think of it. I'm going to give you. That's on you. You thought of it.
What about the other picture? It was in the frame.
Picture of Lady Harrow. A drawing of her. It was a drawing of her.
Sketch.
Yes, a sketch. Mostly outlining the birthmark.
It's at least important enough to put in protective to frame.
And when you are sketched, you are usually witnessed, maybe? That may be a stretch.
Or intent. If the intent was to sever whatever that mark means.
I think we still have another half of the house to explore.
I would also
Garden area.
Yeah, there is also that too. I would also say there is there would be a couple of times the items of note would be referred to as items of absolution.
The anchors?
Yes. Meaning to absolve of sins, wrongdoings, etc.
Have we gone through this room completely already?
Yeah, I think so. According to my notes, yes. Indeed.
We need to find a key.
Small key.
Yes.
We do have another part of the house, as well as outside.
It's much to look through. It's easier to find it when you know you're looking for it.
Now we know we are looking for 4 items of absolution, anchors. That we do not know what they are. But we will look nonetheless. Aaron will walk out back toward the front of the house. That's, I think, where I have to go next, right? I think.
I don't know. Yeah. Where are you going?
Gotta
Where
go
you guys
back
going?
to the other side.
It's a big house.
It's a big house.
And it's a big house.
You've explored a good bit of upstairs.
I guess we have the downstairs. And we followed the blood trail to avoid.
Are you going downstairs, or are you going across the way upstairs?
I guess there's a little bit left over there.
I go down the stairs and then back up the stairs.
Sure.
Just across.
What about the door at the end of the hallway?
There is a door at the end of
Most
the
likely
hallway.
leads outside, but if you would like to check,
That's
we
the
can look.
balcony, yeah.
We'll go down that way.
Erebus is already running off the roof outside.
Yes, I am lost with my character. I'll be completely honest. There we go. Thank you, sir.
And watch out for these vines. They were kind of grabby.
Well, it is significant. Perhaps we should do the opposite. They
I think we should check it out, personally.
removable.
Well, they seem to react to being cut.
I mean, could cut them.
Let me put it this way: they got a good grip.
Yeah.
If
And I
that's
can-
there,
As you
We can coat it in oil, and I can start it on fire.
no,
And risking the entire house.
I'm gonna
Yeah, sure.
go. Yeah, I'll go in front of it, out of reach from whatever I can tell to where I don't get grabbed or whatever. But I'll take one of my things of oil and I'll douse around it.
okay? Yeah.
It kind of splash a
I would
little
say-
bit up again.
As you're dousing it, you start to hear the faint sound of what sounds like music from a music box. Very faint, coming from down the halls.
I'll look back at Aaron, like kind of holding my oil, and I'll stop and look at him and be like, should we go check that out first?
Do I hear it as well?
No.
Oh, it was just me.
Yeah, you would hear it from down the hall beyond the vines.
Well, what are you talking about?
I hear a music box, like a small, faint thing of music coming from down the hall.
Hmm.
You don't hear that?
I do not.
I'll turn to Ralorn that's next to me and ask him, do you hear that?
I didn't hear it. No. Yeah, take it. I think it's in your head a little bit. This house has seemed to be playing tricks on us.
Yes, that is very much so. I agree
As I said,
100%.
As I said, you have better ears than us.
But do you think it's trying to get us to stop from going in there? Or do you think we should follow what I'm hearing?
I think that if we skip this room, Redlorn will be very upset that we are not being efficient in our exploration.
It's not about efficiency, it's about not splitting up across the goddamn house.
And speaking of which, oh no, there's Arabella as I glance over. All right, Ralorn, which way are we going? Are we here? Are we following my
We
ears,
started-
or are we just going straight through?
You started getting through that door, so let's just continue.
Okay, then I'll back up a few feet and turn to Aaron and say, "Have at her."
I will. You step forward and use just prestidigitation just to start it on fire.
Okay.
Back up.
As it does catch fire, it glows this hues of teal and green instead of the normal red. And each crack and pop of these vines they're very moist. As we would start to see them shrivel and twist. You would start to hear cries. I will need everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is the plant burning the weird color, or was when I cast prestidigitation with my flame a weird color as well?
All the fire that lit up was that weird color.
19.
That's a natty one.
A 20.
12.
Unnatural.
19 for me too.
Okay. Arabella
Mm-hmm.
and Dacron take 1 point of psychic damage. You're both also frightened, and you cannot go up those stairs.
Is this a magical effect?
It is.
I would like to reduce the damage by 3.
You gain 2 hit points.
If
Yeah.
only.
I don't think it works that way.
Would,
Okay.
would I,
Can you
Would I be
can you
able
reduce
to
it beyond
see-
1?
It doesn't say. It just says I can't do this if I'm incapacitated.
All right, well, there you go. You are frightened, though,
I will accept that.
as is Arabella. But the vines do burn away, falling away from the door.
As I walk towards the door, I'm gonna glance over at my party members, and I'll.
Well,
Are they, like you said, they're frightened. Are they showing signs of being frightened? Like, how would you guys say that you look right now? Are you guys running away, or are you just scared, or?
just let me know what you see when you open the door.
No, because I'm gonna try to like reassure you. You know, if you're scared.
Shouldn't go in there. Shouldn't go in there. Bad news. Mm-mm.
Yeah, probably not the best idea.
Mm-mm.
You guys
No.
know now I want to go in there more.
Well,
Be it on your head.
before you do, Aaron, Ralorn, maybe we should gather the courage of our party members. If you look behind you, they're not there anymore.
Not much I can do about. I mean,
Would you say you
scared.
could go over and say a couple of words to them? Maybe grab and reassure that things will be okay? I would rather that they weren't running around like chickens with their heads cut off before we go through something that just frightened our party members.
I just say, look, I see both of them. They're good. Just open the door. Whatever's
So just
inside,
disengage?
we'll defend them.
Okay. And I'm just going to step back and I'll kind of like concentrate on myself and lead the way, big guy.
All right, Roland's gonna go in and open the door.
All right. Ralorn, as you open the door, yes, a small plant nursery with a few actual like planters raised within here. Overgrown vines covering the walls. Different odd, look to be carnivorous plants. Shelves along the wall covered in vines as well. Lots of windows to collect sunlight from the east as well. You would spot for a brief moment celestial figure, a ghostly figure, one might even say. You don't recognize it because you haven't seen her, but a beautiful woman, gardening gloves on, actually one gardening glove on, holding a small pouch. Hair kind of pulled back into a bun. Would be wearing more of working clothes, not like fancy clothes. Definitely working gardening clothes. You would see this woman. Bluish in coloration and kind of faintly glowing, but not really there. Translucent. Holding a pouch open. As she puts something inside of this small pouch. Hope his intentions are true. As she looks towards a small statue on the ground. Statue of a fox. and the ghost vanishes.
Turns around to Aaron and Erebus. Just saw a ghost gardener, it seems. And yeah, this is just appears to be a vivarium. There's a statue down there of a fox.
Well, go handle your business, big guy.
And does it go say anything?
I forgot exactly the shit. I heard part of it.
She said, "I hope his intentions are true." As she placed
Okay, yeah.
placed something into a small pouch.
Just something about intention being true. Not sure who she was talking about. Yeah.
Intent, is that his, just one of his Yankas?
Yeah. She put something in a pouch too afterwards. One of the plants. I'm not much one for gardening, so even if I go in there, I don't know what I'd be looking for.
Background, you're really missing a lot of plants and flowers up here.
Plants are your thing. You got that book? Maybe you can identify them all.
I will head in to the what is this? A greenhouse?
It's just a small, it's a plant nursery.
Plant
You would
nursery?
imagine it probably gets great sunlight. The windows in here are tall, a little narrow, but they're lining the entire eastern wall and take up from ceiling to floor. So it would probably allow lots of light in. There's vines bursting in through some of the windows. Lots of weird plants overtaken most of the actual planters within. And you would see the vines writhing and moving throughout as you start to enter.
I do not have the greatest feeling about this. I'll keep on heading in. Where's the statue?
Yeah, see right there.
Small statue of a fox with what looks to be some sort of blooms and blossoms on it.
Big statue.
Yeah, it's maybe about as big as you are almost, but smaller. It's shorter for sure. It's a fox, maybe the size of a small wolf or large dog. Looking at it, it seems to have a soft smile on this fox statue, and appears to be a damp spot underneath one of its eyes.
Do I see the aforementioned pouch anywhere?
No, you do not. But you do see carnivorous plants kind of looking towards your attention, or you have their attention. They aren't snapping or anything. Some of them are quite large. They are alive.
All right. I want to try and get out of the room as quick as possible. Do I see any other items of interest in the room, or is it just this fox and the weird plants?
You give me a perception check as you look around the room.
17.
In the far corner, you would notice what looks to be a a glass globe orb with what looks to be something green inside of it. That sticks out as peculiar.
All right. I will misty step over to it.
It is all tangled up in the vines.
So am I also tangled up in the vines, or am I not able to get it?
You're not able to get to it unless you try to untangle it from the vines.
Rylorn, I see a item. What was a? I don't know what it is. Might be useful. Do you think these plants might be useful at all, or should we just kind of, put them all down?
A good question. I'm not really
They all
good
look very hungry.
with plants. Never really seen plants that look like that, so I don't know. Maybe Erebus would know more about them. As he literally says that, looking outside.
He's gone.
Yeah, probably the others would know more. As he's literally calling them out.
Sure, what are you guys doing down there in the lounge? In the parlor?
I am trying to. I guess I'm talking to Arabella, trying to get her out of her fear, giving her, I don't know, words of affirmation, saying it's going to be okay, and we need your help, and help me.
You want my help? You want my help? My help was do not go up there. But like any man that ever lived on this planet, you ignored me.
Oh, I'm not
That was
touching
my
that.
help.
I'm gonna move right over here. I'm not getting into the whole any man thing. I'm going to leave her alone and be like, Dakar, we need your help.
Do you need my help?
Seems like you know your way around plants, or
Whatever gave you that idea?
I don't know. It seems like the party needs your help, and you are the only one with the skills to help everyone out. Maybe you could start with Arabella.
He seems just fine. It's a very comfortable couch.
She seems very afraid. She's been kind of pacing back and forth, and I feel like I'm not the right person to talk her down, if you will.
You suddenly realize Dacron's a man as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm trying.
Come to an impasse.
So maybe you and I can go up there and help the other guys.
I'll talk to her. You go upstairs and help Aaron and his plants. You can read the book.
So as he's, I'm assuming he's kind of snapped out of his fear, and he starts making his way to Arabella. I'll start making my way to the other party members.
Yeah, snapped out of it. As he
Nice
stays
couch.
down there.
Yeah.
It's a very nice couch.
Good on that.
Yeah, you would hear Rylorn calling out, maybe the others are not here.
Oh, Rylorn, did you say you wanted the others' help? Kind of like how I was.
Anyone. We're stumped right here. We both don't know anything about plants.
Well, I know some things about plants, but these ones are weird.
Got a whole book on it.
Got a whole book about them.
Particularly flowers, but yeah.
Yeah, none of these are blossoms.
There'd be some like odd blossoms on some of the vines, but not most of them. No.
Yeah. So would any kind of stand out, and I can go up and kind of see what I can determine?
What are you trying to determine?
Like what the like why they seem different with the blossoms, I suppose.
It's just that some of them have blossoms. All of them, there would be several what look to be carnivorous plants, several vines that are. Everything here seems to be moving and alive, and has a mind.
There's an orb over there. Might be useful.
And he would point out a small globe of what looks to be some green stuff inside of it.
Okay, well, first I would get kind of a lay of the surrounding. You said that they're moving vines and whatnot.
Yeah, and the globe is kind of like very much entrenched in the vines.
Okay, I want to make sure that if I'm going for this globe, that I can react to how the vines would react to me.
Sure.
And as I'm studying that, I'll very cautiously, like I'm going to pinpoint where the globe is and start going at it very slowly, cautiously, but my eyes aren't on it. They're on the vines that are around it.
Okay, so not looking at the globe, looking at the vines. Give me an insight check.
Oh boy.
If they're moving.
Yep, they're moving.
Yeah. You would.
Can Aaron give the help action?
I would say it's too late after I ask for the roll.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's doing. He's looking at the vines as he's reaching out for this globe that's up on a shelf that's covered in vines, and he's just looking at the vines around to make sure. I'm like, oh, yeah, they're moving.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the vines, I suppose.
As you reach up and you grab, you got something in your hand. And then you feel this whip. I will need it'll be dexterity save. You're good at those.
Okay. Dexterity save. With a 21.
Yeah, you're good at those. You will take 3 points of piercing damage as some vines grasp around your wrist and just kind of needles and thorns dig into your wrist as you quickly pull your hand away.
Do I have this?
You have a planting pot.
Oh boy. Okay, I'll walk back over to Aaron, and I have seen better days. I am looking very worse for the wear as I hand him the planting pot.
That's a pot.
The globe is still up there.
Okay, yep, I had a feeling. This is not what you were looking for.
Well, this one is not glowing green. No.
Well, it's not glowing. It just has green stuff in it.
Oh, it does not. Okay.
It's not glowing. It's that little orb there.
Ralorn, would you want to hack and slash away at them to where I can like quickly grab at this?
Okay, so now we are on the same page. So that was my other option, was if we just burn everything down.
As
So
you
we,
say that,
try.
hack and slash away, you can see the mouths on the carnivorous plants start to salivate. The vines around the room start to writhe a little bit quicker. as if readying themselves, poised to strike.
Is there any
As if reacting to what you just said.
Yeah.
So
Is
there's
there
an
any in
intelligence.
front of me? Because if a mouth started to open up, I would say that Erebus,
Yeah, right there.
he hit it.
Oh, you gonna punch one?
Yeah, whichever one started opening its mouth up, I would feel a little bit threatened. I'm going to lash out at it. I don't know if
Okay.
this is right. But I
Roll,
feel like that's what I would do.
roll
I'm
me
sorry.
a martial arts attack against the plant.
I'm sorry, you guys, but that's what I felt like he would have done.
As they start to writhe and salivate, as if readying themselves. A 20 does hit the plant. Roll me some damage. Alright. Your bludgeoning, punching attack doesn't seem to do as much as you would hope, as the vine strikes back. Or the mouth will strike back, getting a 20 to hit.
That does hit.
As it does chomp back. It'll do 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
It bites onto your hand as you punch it.
Is it latched on?
No.
Or did it just bite?
You just pull your hand away. The vines inside are still writhing, ready.
I thought you were like really fast and you could like deflect things, but I guess not.
Buddy, I am very much so worse for wear. I have seen better days. And I'm pretty sure I was helping you from the spiders earlier, so shit.
He was trying to help you so you remember to deflect attacks.
Yeah, both of those times you could have taken almost none damage.
No, just the second.
Just the second one? Okay.
Yeah.
But Aaron, as he says that, will point his rapier toward the direction of the globe, and I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
At second level.
Go and roll me a wisdom saving throw, if you will.
14.
Cool. Go ahead and just roll me, I think, 66.
66.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of ones.
There's a lot of ones.
A lot of ones. 17.
And I would like for you to roll me a d10.
At an 8.
So as you expect fire to expel out of your rapier, it sputters for a second. And in your other hand, you're holding the orb. That sputtering in the rapier turns into electricity that surges up the rapier all the way up your arm into your throat as you exhale out lightning. One of the plants is going to snap at you, though. As you absolutely burn the shit away, all clear. Does a 19 hit you?
19.
And you don't use your spell slot.
I don't use a spell slot.
Yeah.
A 19 will hit. It wouldn't if I cast shield, but Aaron's not going to cast shield.
You take 4 points of piercing damage as this plant here bites you. But that electricity surges through the plants as they kind of burn and melt away. And Erebus, you're right next to Aaron. You would
Yes.
see. He is indeed holding that swirling orb of Damara, and his eyes would glow the same color. It would be dark, the same color as the orb. And
His
this
eyes are the same color of the orb.
Yep, that kind of swirling dark purple.
Okay, bear with me a second. Is there any way that I could try to do whatever roll you determine? My first thought is like a sleight of hand to grab the orb out of his hand.
You're trying to take the orb from him?
Yeah,
Okay.
swirling black. It sounds bad.
He's got the rapier in one
Erebus
hand, the orb in the other, and he just expelled lightning out of his mouth.
Yeah, the way that I think Erebus would think of this is that it's turning black, it's making his eyes turn black. It's inherently like an evil thing.
So
That's
not black. I would say like black purple, like a cloudy purple black, magical.
okay. Can I try to, however you want to
if you
do
want
it,
if you want to try to take it, yeah, give me a.
well, I was gonna say, can I get like some sort of feeling whether or not it's uh taking control of him in like an evil way?
Aaron's in control. Well, actually, give me an insight check. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I know. It's just that Erebus doesn't know anything about the orb in him.
And you still don't. With a 7, nah, he's fine. He's just doing magic stuff. Looks kind of shady though.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like,
but yeah, as Aaron, yeah.
Did we know that he was going to cast Burning Hands, or was it just like, a wizard was like, oh, this is a new spell?
Aaron would have just swiped with his a lot of his magic is just movements with the rapier that you'd have to be very paid attention to his specific movements and how he's moving the rapier. So a lot of it just looks like a swing of the rapier.
And in this, he just happens to be holding the orb as the swing of the rapier surges up his arm and expels lightning out of his mouth. At the same time, all of the plants would start to recede. And at this point, Dacron and Arabelle are no longer frightened. Even the carnivorous plants turn into regular Venus flytraps.
We should be able to grab that now. And I put the orb back in my pouch.
yeah, I'm going to definitely, I'm going to lock eyes with Aaron. And out of my peripheral vision, I am studying this orb and how he's using it. And then I'll start to move over towards...
so his eyes go back to normal, like, in a split second. And the orb, he just held it.
Yeah.
So it's odd. Like he didn't remember taking it out, but you saw him just kind of casually grab into his pouch as he pulled out his rapier in one hand. Same time, fluid action.
Yeah. So almost cautiously, I'm going to take like a step and a half back as I'm still staring at Aaron, watching him put the orb back in his pouch. And then I'll start to go over to the like green orb.
Yeah, essentially it's a jar. It's a round jar. I guess that's a better way to place it.
So I'll make my way over to the jar, and I'm almost like side eyeing, not Aaron himself, but just the whole situation.
Aaron is back to normal, and I'm actually turning my back. I'm looking at this fox. You said it was crying?
There is a wet spot under one of its eyes. But yes, it looks like it might have shed a small tear. And yes, the jar is easily accessible. I'll say... You give me a history check, Aaron.
$22.
The 22. So you have heard that there, in parts of the Dalelands, particularly in parts of Shadowdale and closer to Cormanthor, mostly a human following, which never quite understood, because it might... You were probably brought up to learn, like, it might have some connection to either the Fae or perhaps some spirit thing, or who knows. But there are legends of those blessed by fox spirits. They're commonly referred to as Reynards in a more kind of mystical sense.
This one is sad.
When it's sad. I would say with the 22, it is thought that the Lord Harrow might have been blessed by the Reynard.
How much good it did him?
All right. Erebus, did you... What did you have? What do you have? What was it?
It's like
I'm-
a spherical jar. It does have a cloth lid that's just kind of bound by string. Green
Okay,
stuff.
so I'll hold it kind of like one hand underneath, one hand on the top, and I'm going to walk over to Raylorn, and I'm going to hand this to him and say, would you mind having Dacron take a look at this?
Take it and go back down.
I'll follow.
Nubbing here.
Before Aaron is able to go through the door, like as soon as Ralorn walks through, I'm going to shut the door and turn towards Aaron and ask him what he knows about the orb. That orb. Can you tell me about it?
Yes, this is the Orb of Tamara. Tamara created it.
But how does it make you feel when you wield it? And I am not coming to you abrasive or threatening. I would like to
You
talk
shut
to you.
the door. It looks
definitely
threatening.
feels this way.
Yeah, it's like a private talk.
A forced one, of course.
Yeah, it is. Yes, I agree with that.
And,
I come to you. I come to you as I am concerned. That is all. If you can quelch this concern, then I will have no more of it.
well, then consider the concern squashed.
You have not diminished this concern, my friend.
You can see I am fine.
What does this orb make you feel when you wield it?
I don't think that I have actually wielded the orb yet. I just have possessed it had it on my person. Don't know if I've actually used it yet. Maybe I have. Still learning.
That is all that I needed to know. And I'll open the door and kind of like move back just a little bit to where he can pass back. You've answered my question.
Then Aaron kind of gives you like a quizzical look, like, okay, man, as he walks out.
As
I think you
Relorn's
can,
already down there.
Yeah. As I'm just gonna give Dacron the pot, and think you can look at what that is.
It's a plant. Where? I don't.
Oh no.
It's like some green mash stuff inside.
Why am I the gardener now? You spend.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Do you like drawing plants? Like maybe that's why everyone thinks you're the gardener. I don't know why.
I don't think so.
I would thought that the boy trying to restore a winery is the person who's the gardener, personally.
Or the guy who lives outside.
I don't know much about plants themselves. I know more about animals.
That's fair. I'll take a look at it, I guess.
Give me a medicine or a nature check. Your call.
Think. Why won't it tell me my numbers? There we go. It's now a toggle. Yep, let's roll a nature check. 21.
Ooh. Looking at it, and then you can kind of smell it through the cloth lid. It does smell faintly of aloe. It seems to be some sort of ointment. If you had to guess, you've heard of these ointments before. These salves. They were popular a couple hundred years ago. Grew out of fashion over time, but they stay good for apparently ages. But this is a Yogdam's ointment. Yogdam's. One of these things. There are 3 doses in it.
Everybody loves a home remedy.
Yep. This one would also slightly smell of wolfsbane.
As Aaron's walking down the stairs. Hey, Dagran, did you figure out what was in the mixture?
It smells like ointment. At least somebody's own concoction. Could be useful.
And maybe you should try some. And Dagran too. I mean, not Dagran. I already said Dagran.
Dacron used it twice. That's it. We heard it.
Yeah. Erebus.
No, I closed it.
Right. We could rest a little bit if you guys need it, and then continue exploring the upstairs.
The hall is clear of vines.
Think some of you might need the rest.
Did he Yeah. I can moisturize and then we'll be okay. But maybe Erebus should use it.
Yeah, Erebus doesn't look too well at all. You good over there?
Oh, he stepped away.
What would you have me do?
Place
Said the-
ointment
Heal yourself.
to heal yourself a little bit.
We'll soothe some of your ailment.
So almost hesitantly, I'll take 2 fingers and I'll use a little bit inside of the jar. 2d8 plus 2.
Yeah. You have 2 more uses left of the jar.
I added it to my sheet.
Yeah, okay. So I have 2 more after this
Not
2d8
you.
plus 2.
That's
Oh.
one has it.
There are 2 more in
Oh,
the
just
jar.
in general. Okay, 2d8 plus 2, 6, 9, 10, 11.
You get 11 health back. As you rub it on your wounds, you're also no longer poisoned, if you were.
Nice. Love.
All right, so you all want to rest, or should we keep going?
See if we've got a key to find and 3 items to identify, I suppose.
All right, then I suppose we go back upstairs and look at the other rooms.
Have we
Then
found anything that we disregarded that might fit the bill of anything?
I would like to ponder that as well.
That's up to you guys. I will say some of you have varying information between each other. It really depends on what you share. Make of that what you will. But I will also say that said there were no precise items, but they needed to be true, whatever they were. I would say your most recent hint was in the form of a ghost.
Well, I was down there dealing with them too. That's on you guys.
I'm
would be one of
beginning
the
to think
plans.
that maybe these anchors are more generalized and they like maybe multiple things can fit as one anchor.
Reasonable.
Go,
Unfortunately, the emotions are not tied to us. They're tied to the family. So
Aaron, the ghost did put something in a pouch, so it could be one of the plants.
It may be a seed that she was going to
Or a
plant,
seed.
and it might be
Gotcha.
one of those Venus flytraps in there. Maybe that is one of the items.
I feel like we found a patch of seeds earlier.
Seed, she would have put it in a pot, not in a pouch.
Only if they were meant to be planted. Perhaps they were tucked away for an important moment.
Wow, might as well go back in there and see if you can get any seeds or something.
You
feel like
guys
we found-
did get a pouch of seeds. Do you guys remember?
Yes. I just don't remember who specifically found it. It's in the deck.
It was Erebus.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Had a note on it too.
Save these for when the time is right or something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something along
Yep.
those lines.
Could be intent. Could be trust. She did say trust.
She said, what did she say? She said intent, I think.
Yeah, she said, I hope his intentions are true.
Truth was what I heard, not
So
trust.
it's kind of both at the same time, so.
Yes,
Yes,
but a seed does require intention as well as trust to provide the nutrients.
Yeah.
As you say, none of these items are, or well, so far, perhaps these items are not as adamant as previously thought. So for now, it could be both. We'll see what it needs to be when the time is right.
You guys ready to go upstairs? I know that chair is very comfortable, but we are getting further away from the stairway. It would be good to have you up there with us.
Emporium, we have what, 2 doors up these stairs?
Yeah.
Weird that way. The door at the end of the stairs most likely leads to a balcony. This family is obsessed with balconies. So
Wrap around as well.
one room. I thought
Fancy.
Erebus and Aaron already wrapped around.
They did not. But as
I thought they came out that door.
as you head up and start to explore the hallway beyond, that's where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break. As there is more up here than meets the eye, but not too much more, hopefully. We'll see. So stick around, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a few. All right, folks. We're back in it. Last we left off, there were some vines. We looking for items of connection or absolution or what was the other thing we called them?
Anchors.
Anchor items for some sort of ritual, possibly, to help a ritual of separation. We did clear out some vines and found some healing salve and a little more clues here and there, but we are still in the upstairs looking through hallways, and well, that's where we left off. We're in the halls now, as you guys started to run up and down them.
Gonna open this door.
To the south, right there?
Yeah.
Okay. As you open that door, see which room that is. Okay. Yeah. Opening up that door would see what looks to be a small fireplace or a forge of some sort. A room that looks to be some sort of like a sewing room, pots and like firewood stacked in one corner, boxes, table glowing with a green candle atop it. The fireplace / forge is glowing with that same purple light that the The sitting room was glowing. And as you enter in, there would be someone leaning over the table. Appears to be sewing a child's shirt. A female, not the same Harrow woman that you had seen, but dressed in simpler clothes. You would see her lips moving but doesn't make a noise, and continues sewing before rapidly fading away. What
You
she
see
was
that?
what she was sewing is still there. Sorry, go on.
Did you see that as well?
Mm-hmm. She was different.
Different than the one we saw on the balcony.
Yes.
Yes, that was not Lady Harrow.
Maybe a servant?
Maybe. I reach down and pick up the shirt. Can I see where the repair was made?
So it's not so much a repair. It's a finished shirt. It was.
Oh, she was weaving the
Yeah.
shirt.
Yes. Stitching. Yes. There's a finished child shirt. But there's also some like wood carvings in here. And other
Feeling that
such
could
items.
be- we are looking for a chain cloak, a chain weave, leather band, and what else are we looking for? Thread?
Yes.
Wait,
Do you think
maybe in this room. I'll start looking around the room, keeping in mind those items, but also kind of seeing what other projects where they were working. This seems like a crafting room, so like what else they were working on.
Fair enough. Arabella, you're also in here. What are you doing? What are you looking for or at?
I was going to say I would probably be doing the same, but I wanted different things. These are these look like crates, right?
Yes, they are. Some boxes and crates, yes.
May I look through the boxes and crates,
Absolutely.
please?
No, there's a chest or a wardrobe. Seems to be like a perfect, like a crafting wardrobe on one end. Like a sewing wardrobe, actually. But yeah. So both of you guys give me investigation checks. Dacron, Ralorn, Erebus, what are you three up to? In the hallways. Darkened.
I'm pretty sure I know what's on the other side of this door, but just to save my own architectural intelligence, I would like to open this door.
Okay. With ease, your architectural intelligence, you start to feel a draft coming in from outside. And it does indeed lead outside.
I'm going to peek outside.
Not as webby on this side as the other side. But you do see about maybe 20 feet out away from the house itself, maybe 15 feet away from the house, just this wall of fog and shroud of mist covering, seemingly moving and shifting. You can swear you see figures beyond, but eerie and dark. No daylight's coming in.
We're definitely in some sort of alternative space.
Erebus, Ralor, what are you up to?
See if we can open that door right there.
Absolutely,
Just on
opening
any
up
side of
that.
that one.
Yeah, that door right there. That door goes somewhere. Most probably. Yeah, that door opens up with ease. As you're about to open it, you start to hear some soft footsteps on the other side of the door. And then quickly and rapidly followed by whispered arguments. It sounds like you can hear the sound of not anger, but like yeah, subtle anger. And as you open the door, silence, footsteps fade. And at the foot of the bed, one of the beds in this large room, be split in two. This is a bunk room. Not quite a barrack, but there are 6 beds on the north side, a few cobwebs and dust on top of them. All of them neatly made. Empty shelves to your left. Looks to be a dining table. Some actual, like, rusted and broken swords on a wall. Cabinetry on the right side. Standing at the foot of one of these beds would be a faint silhouette. Shadow. Seems to be near humanoid. You see no eyes, you see no face, you see no mouth, you see no... You almost see arms. And then it seems as if it sits on one of the beds.
He's gonna take one step in.
As you do, you would see 2 green eyes form. Same color as the glowing candles that are all on saucers in the room. Green eyes form on the shadow. As you feel it stare into your very soul. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
18.
An 18. You would simply hear in your head, "You didn't knock," as the shadow disappears. The impression where it was sitting on the bed is still left behind, as it just simply fades away. There's also a carafe of wine sitting at the table. No glasses.
There might be things in here, Dacron, that we might want to look around for.
Let's take a look. This is quite the room.
Yeah, there was this figure, as he points to the bed where the imprint is, that sat right there, and Colby, I did not knock.
It's true, you did not.
I did not, but I mean, it's a bit strange.
Of all the things that has happened, this is where you draw the line at strange.
The ghost and everything is strange. Look at the imprint.
The imprint is
The
still there.
whole house. The whole house is just weird and unexplainable.
Hmm. Well, this seems to be some kind of crowd. Servants' quarters, everybody.
This is probably
Table.
the servants'
Yeah.
quarters, yeah.
Only one way in. Interesting. I suppose we should look around and see what we can find.
Eh,
Starting with the bed that had the imprint, where you said the ghost was sitting.
All right. Dacron looks on the bed. Ralorn, what are you doing?
he's gonna look. These are cabinets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the cabinets, see if there's anything in those.
Okay. Yeah, both you guys give me investigation checks. And then Erebus. Erebus, what are you doing?
13.
So I'm gonna go to that south door.
Okay.
I'm going to sink down,
Yes.
pull my towel down, put my mask up, and I'm going to very lightly try the door. Push it open, I guess, if it's unlocked.
This door is locked.
Then I am going to give it with some finesse. I'm going to elbow right above the lock and where the door, you said it's like a hinge pull push or whatever, to try to disengage the lock.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. You try and break the lock, essentially. The 13 as you just kind of bang onto it. This is a sturdy door and a sturdy lock. It does not budge. Bang on it a second time. Does not budge.
Can I back up like 10 feet and get a running start and like kick on the hint, or kick to kick it in, I suppose.
As you go to try to run and kick it in, everyone else would hear a loud bang as Erebus kicks the door. It does not budge.
Does not budge. I don't think I have anything for that. I'm going to just kind of go back up to the door, and I'll let other people do their thing as I try to figure out what I want to do to the door.
All right. So we'll start at the top with Arabella in the craft room, looking at the boxes with an 11. Yeah, it does look to be just kind of miscellaneous scraps of like cloth and like patterns for like dress clothes for kids and the adults, as well as like kind of like little embroideries for like detailing on like sword hilts and also like hats and things like that. Nothing stands out. It's very ordinary of what you would expect for like kind of the upkeep of what a servant would make for the people of the house. You'd also probably find instructions on how to use the wheel, what's that called?
Spinning wheel?
Yeah. But nothing really sticks out. Aaron. You looking through, right, the cabinet, everything else in here, mostly spider webs and cobwebs and dust and debris. A lot of it is very subpar and it's dirty and grimy, so. But there is one small bundle within a shelf in that dresser cabinet. A carefully wrapped bundle of looks to be wrapped in leather. A neat little bow.
I will pick that up and unwrap it.
It does seem to have more heft to it than like simple cloth or anything like that. The bundle is probably, it's loose. It's not like solid, so it does seem to have some amorphousness. Not like a piece of wood, but it's not a piece of cloth either.
You set it on the table. Open it.
Yeah, as you start to unwrap this bundle, looks to be some sort of mesh weave of, looks to be both steel and, maybe it's not steel. It might be actually, if you carefully inspect it, it might be mithril. Yeah.
I
Does
think
it-
this is
yeah.
one of the items. This I think this is the chain weave that will complete that the cloak.
Well, that's good. We found something.
There was nothing in those boxes.
Just cloths. A bit of embroidery. Floss. Just repair things. That I could see, anyway.
Are there any tools for this forge at all in here?
Yeah, absolutely. As you ask, like, are there any tools? Like, as you kind of start looking around and you think, tools for the forge. Yeah, as the cabinet slides, like a drawer slides open, you might have seen them previously, overlooked them. Slides open, and tools come flying out towards both you and Arabella. Both of you guys give me dexterity saves.
I did not do that on purpose, Arabella.
That's crazy.
Like, need any tools? That's literally just what I rolled for the random hunting in this room. As, yeah, Arabella just kind of quickly just steps aside as... Yeah, you take snake eyes. 2 points of bludgeoning damage, Aaron, as a hammer just kind of hits you in your shoulder, and a pair of tongs just kind of just smacks you in your cheek.
Ooh.
Stay away from the face.
We'll say, luckily, a heavy mitts would probably smack your face before the tongs would get into you. That's why you only did 2 points damage.
And they just kind of fly and clatter to the floor, or are they
Yep.
still flying around?
No, they just clatter to the floor.
Okay.
I guess that's where the tools are.
I guess so. Grab the tongs, and I just want to use them to dig around in the forge a little bit, see if there's anything in there.
Okay. Digging around in the forge. Give me yeah, investigation check. While you're digging. Nice. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I don't know what that's from, but something my parents would always say. Back at the ranch. What did Ralorn You would find clothing in these cabinets. Look to be suitable for, well, servants. Also some, like, maybe 2 suits of, like, padded armor that have been terribly moth-eaten by now. But nothing of interest that you notice. And Dacron, you looked in a specific space, so you automatically get this one. You would find a hidden note directly where the impression was, or like right next to it. Instead of you sat on something, someone else was, and you inspected the seat. For once, it wasn't your sitting, or yeah. Yeah, like a torn page.
I will pick up said page and see what's written on it.
Master Gunther walks the halls at night. He speaks to the shadows as if they answer. Children keep crying in their sleep. Speaking of shadows, men. I believe they're scared of something. But they won't tell us what. Lady Harrow is growing weaker. I fear the house is listening on everything. I fear we are seeing the end. I hope this is just a fear. Pray. I don't think I could take witnessing such atrocities. Not the children, not the master, not the mistress. And not even Gunther. It seems like it was ripped out, like crammed in there.
Interesting.
If you want, you can give me an insight check.
Sure. 21.
It would seem that this person did witness a lot. Or at least, perhaps it's proof.
I see everything. It leads me to think Gunther might have actually let something in, not just metaphorically speaking.
And he was trying to get rid of it.
I fear he was trying to get rid of something else, and before he realized what he really let in. Shadow people. Not encountered any shadow people here.
But we did encounter what we classified as ghosts. Could those be shadow people?
I think he might have managed to keep the shadows out. That's why it's surrounding the house and not consuming it, but was unable to sever the house from the shadows.
So he was partially. No, that would make sense. He was partially successful.
Well, maybe he was only partially informed.
Well, we gotta figure it out to be able to get out.
Hopefully. Not exactly sure if that's what will happen.
Let's hope so.
But I will say with that 21, it might work as an item of witness.
Nice. Seems like this room is the end. Unless there's a secret passage somewhere.
Just a bunch of shuttered windows.
Only one way in and out for 6 people?
I'm not an architect. I don't know.
Maybe this room wasn't originally designed for this intent.
You'd think this big would be a master, but
We didn't really find a master. He's still the whole first floor.
First floor. All of it.
If you want to be separated from everything, a different floor isn't a bad place to start.
let's check on the others.
I heard some loud noises.
Yeah, you heard
I
some
heard
banging.
a really loud bang.
Yeah, like 3 of them. As Aaron, the pink fire is not real. There's nothing inside there, though. But it's spooky. It gives off no heat.
I get inside of it.
Okay.
And look about. Is it in the school? Ah, I'm burning. Ah.
You're an idiot.
I get out.
As Lauren kind of passes by the door, he would hear Aaron say, "Look, I'm burning." Ah.
I'm just gonna look inside like, the fuck is going on here?
Just having a little bit of fun. I found a chain weave.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Did you also hear that big bang?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
That was not you?
Was not us.
Nope.
Must have been Erebus. As he's gonna, Ron's gonna keep going a little bit. Check down there.
You would see him looking at a door in the dark.
Erebus, you're right over there. We heard a loud bang.
And as he's saying, we heard a loud bang, I'm like attacking the door, trying to punch it through.
You'd start to hear more bangs.
Yeah, more.
Ronald's gonna go beside him. Do you need help with that door? As he literally takes the crowbar off of his back. Do you need help?
If you can open it.
I can try the crowbar.
Yeah. Either way, either I'm attacking it or he's opening it with crowbar.
I mean, if Erebus lets Ralorn go, he's just gonna try to open it with a crowbar.
Sure. Yeah. I'll back up.
I will say,
Go.
Erebus punching it so far has not worked. And it will not work anymore.
Alright, then Ralorn is gonna try with a crowbar. So.
Okay. I will, give me a... I'm not going to give you advantage. I'm going to say just give me a straight athletics check. If anything, it would be a disadvantage. Sorry, so just straight roll. I know you have advantage because of your stuff, but just give me a straight roll.
Alright, I'm gonna try see if I do this. If it's gonna do a straight roll. Nope.
I'll still take the first one.
Yeah, 26.
Which is great. Yeah, as you take the crowbar, you hear a loud crack. And then all of a sudden, this blast of this green cloud starts to fill the space where you're at, Ralorn. Give me a Constitution save.
I don't know why this is I put it back to automatic. Okay. So 24.
All right. You will take 9 points of poison damage. As the cloud starts to dissipate. You take no other ill effects. But the door is broken open, revealing a room. Looks to be in front of you immediately. Looks to be a sort of alchemical lab-ish. Some concoctions, glassware set up, chair, small little couch and seating area. There would be bookshelves on one side, a door on either side of the wall of the room, and there would be curtains, to which behind would be another bed with furs on it. The entire area in here would be covered in webbing as well. Unlike any other portion of this side of the wing, the west wing. Sorry.
Oh. There's as he'd step in to let the others come into.
You could see a wardrobe here as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Seems to be an office of some kind.
And the other side was Gunter's office. And whose office may this be?
This could also be Gunter's office.
Oh, maybe. I'll start looking through the desk.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. While Aaron's looking through the desk, what's everyone else doing?
May I look through the books, please?
Absolutely, you may look through the books. Give me an investigation check as well. Dacron, Ralorn, Erebus.
Take the bed.
Dacron's got a thing for beds. We gotcha. I guess Dacron, give me an investigation check to search the bed. Yes, Erebus.
I'm gonna step forward and kind of pull out that small pouch. I guess I would walk up to Arabella with it out, the one with the seeds or whatever, and kind of hand it to her and just be like, I'm not sure what these have, the significance of these or whatever, and just kind of like hand them over. Just kind of, I'd read her the little note or hand her the little note, I suppose. But
Well, you guys were just talking about it like 5 minutes
yeah,
ago.
yeah. I'm just trying to like show her what I have, I suppose, as this is going on.
That will be why she gets a 9 on her investigation.
Mhm.
Fair enough. Rallowan, what are you doing?
He's gonna look around, make sure everyone is safe, and since everyone is in the same room,
Give me a perception check.
and he's dead. I gotta refresh.
All right.
Oh, I was like, what?
Fair enough.
Yeah, the whole page just went the dead bird
Clapped it.
icon.
Yeah, I
This is
closed
when
mine.
we introduced the hidden mechanic.
Aha.
Instant.
Instant death.
Instant death.
I was just like, he does a perception check and he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Too many
You
good-
Prescription.
perceive your surroundings so badly.
8. Perfect. It's an 8.
Love it. That's still good enough, Rallowan. You are keeping an ear out. You would hear footsteps in the hallway behind you, where you guys came from.
Ooh, you relay that.
You're busy talking with Arabella. As Arabella, they're none of the books seem fun. They're kind of boring, and it's like travel books, but not the fun kind. Things to do in Freedale. It's almost like hotel brochures of like, don't forget to visit the vineyard, but it would have like more detail than that. It would have
Yeah.
like some local folklore stuff, but nothing catches your eye. And Adrin, you would find a few things in this desk. This seems to have been many people's desks. It was set up as an alchemy desk. But this was no one's desk in particular, so there's no like notes aside from one note you would find. What looks to be a warning. The shadows here aren't natural. Whoever stays here next, be wary of the steward. And the steward is underlined. But aside from that, you would also find a vial of red liquid. Obviously, there's a whole set of alchemist supplies. And there's also a poisoner's kit as well. Just a different sort of alchemist supplies. Yeah, but there is a finished red vial. Looks to be a healing
Yes.
potion.
Does anybody know how to use one of these? I'll hold out the poisoner's kit.
Gimme.
And there you go.
What does a poisoner's kit necessarily contain? Oh, let's look it up. Like different vials.
You know, the typical oleander, nightshade.
Like, does it come with like herbs and stuff?
Foxglove. I don't know. I'm just
It
listing
says
off
it
poisonous
includes
flowers
violent
that I know.
chemicals for the creation of poison. That's all it says.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you've got a poisoner's kit. Also an alchemist kit. And a potion. And finally, Dacron. Dacron, nothing interesting about the bed. But with a 16 investigation, you would find a... what looks to be a log next to the... under the bedside table. Kind of like, everyone's got like a Bible in every hotel room kind of thing. Kind of like that.
Thumb through that for a minute.
It's a guest book. Of like who stayed here. This is a guest room. And they had plenty of different guests throughout the years. It's not filled out very far though. Only about maybe 30 or so guests stayed in this room. The last entry is violently scratched out. But you would, with your investigation, find the name barely beneath the scratches. Uldrosk.
Ooh.
Was the
Does
last...
that name mean anything to me?
No. It was the last visitor. That's what it means.
And that was the one that was marked out, but I was able to decipher it.
You were able to decipher it.
Are there any other notable names in the book?
I would have stayed here. Let me double check. There would be one name that might stick out. Give me a history check, and I'll let you know if you recognize any of the names.
Clicked it. I'll click it again, but it's going to pop up a dozen times.
Yeah. Dozen histories.
Okay, my character sheet is frozen. Maybe it wasn't a Rallorn thing.
Yeah.
Roll a d20.
I can't tell you what my bonus is.
I can.
Well, I just refreshed the page.
You have +7 to it.
Makes sense.
With a 10.
Nice. That's about right.
No, you don't recognize any of the names. They're a bunch of weird names. I mean, there would be one name that you would recognize, but you wouldn't recognize like the first name. It would just be the last name of Ryder would stick out.
Sure.
But that makes sense because Lady Harrow's family
Yep.
probably came to visit.
Oh, we found the guest room.
This is a guest room, yes.
Oh. What's going on at the desk?
I found this. Yeah, you should drink it. The red liquid. I hope it's a healing potion.
You hope you didn't check.
I mean, if it looks like a horse and it sounds like a horse,
It could be a centaur.
If two
That's true.
centaurs have a baby, it could end up like a horse. That's true.
I mean, it was sitting right next to the poisoner's kit, so
And the alchemist kit. Right in between them.
Anything.
actually, second thought. Give me 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It does look just like your potions of healing. Not the. Have you guys gotten a greater healing? It doesn't look like that.
Yeah,
He's
Rollins got
thing,
it.
so we must have got one.
Rollins going in his bag.
Have you guys got any? You guys have. You do have a potion of healing. Okay.
Yeah, I've got a potion of greater healing.
I was just looking to see if you got any potions of regular healing, and you have.
I don't know. We've gotten them. I don't know if we have any.
We'll still have one normal healing potion left from the Cantost,
Yeah.
because there was 2 healing potions from there, and I used one originally to revive you in the temple. So we'll still have one of those, which I'm pretty certain you will actually should have on your person.
I've used all the ones that I had on my person.
Well, then
That
we
was
don't
back
have
in
any of
the-
those. We've got the greater healing potion, and then we've got this one.
So we've got the one.
We've also got a potion of vitality. Do we have a potion of vitality?
No, that
Unless somebody drink it.
I got drunk.
Okay.
I got drunk within like.
Oh, yeah.
It was mistaken for a potion of healing before it was identified.
I'll save this just in case, but it's worth knowing about. Perhaps this was what Mr. Drosk was working on?
But
Do you share that name with everyone, Declan?
Yep. I'll just bring the name up, yeah.
I will let you guys nominate one person to make a roll for me. You have to nominate
What
the one.
type?
I'm not going to tell you what
Okay.
kind of roll. That's it.
I was just going to ask if it was a d20 roll,
It will be a d20 roll. Yes.
but of something.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
I say probably Arabella.
yeah, I was gonna say Arabella too.
Wow.
Because for a name, it probably is something about intelligence, and Rollin is not good with that.
Oh, let's see. Okay.
Erebus Dacron. Are you voting for Arabella too?
Well, she votes for herself. That's majority.
I
I assume if I could roll for it, I would have already rolled for it. Since I've had the name.
You essentially already did.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It sounds like Arabella. Roll me a d20.
okay. A 20.
Oh, the Dusk Lord is... The letters are the Dusk Lord.
That was it.
Oh, scrambled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fine.
It's the whole line. I am Lord Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Arabella figures it out before Dacron. Some because she rolled nat 20. But just barely before. Yes. Uldrosk is the Dusk Lord.
Arabella will tense, and she'll just like, is there a date next to the name or no?
That's a good question. Probably.
There would be.
Okay.
It would be. $13.59. Like 150 years ago.
Yeah. Well, after he was quote unquote killed.
I never went in that room, so. But someone tried to remove his name from the list.
Yes, well, I would too. That's the fucking Dusk Lord. These people allowed probably one of the greatest evils that have been in this land into their home. Intelligent they are not. Far out.
So, yeah, he might have unintentionally brought him in or something like that.
Perhaps Mr. Gunther found an expert on the Dusk Lord in his attempts to repel the invasion of the Dusk Lord, only for that expert to be the aforementioned Dusk Lord.
He would be a very good expert.
No,
And would
that's true.
provide just enough information so that the ritual would be seemingly successful, but ultimately tainted in the direction of his choosing.
Well, I guess if any of you needed to know whether the legends were actually stories or not, they're true, not stories. Fucker's still alive. It's actually really funny because one of the stories is that he is in like the Shadow Realm.
Perhaps he was. This was his way out.
Version of it.
He got out, and the Harrows were in.
Yay, us.
And now we are here.
I would allow
That's
for
just
Dacron and Aaron. And Arabella, you would probably already know that, but Dacron and Aaron to roll history checks. Because you're studious. I'd allow Erebus to roll it too. You
Some would
might
say
have
I'm
heard
an
it.
expert.
It's true.
24.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Erebus can roll a history as well. I think there's a chance you might know it. Is Erebus there? He is muted. Maybe he's not there.
No, I'm here. It's loading.
Roll a d20.
Problem.
Always quick to roll a d20. Hey! What's your history bonus? +4. That's a 20.
20 on that.
Yeah, so Erebus and Dacron and Arabella, no roll for you. You've heard tidbits here and there. Arabella more so because study, but the Dusk Lord, yeah, fell a long time ago. Cessrendale, but there was like a rumor that was going around. It's been going around for like the last like couple hundred years. No one's sure if there's any credence to it, but there was a rumor that people that were descendants of those that helped in the campaign against Cessarndale, their bloodlines, one by one, ended, usually violently. There was a theory that it was the Dusklord's doing, and that he's still around, somehow pulling strings, getting his slow revenge against every bloodline that, well, caused the loss of Cessarndale. Blame of like using the magic of the Cessaran mages, some such. That's all.
Well, then I guess it's no mystery as to what killed the Harrow family, and I can assure you that if he did kill them, they ain't coming back. Any
There
chance
any-
of the Harrows?
Was he after the Harrow family or the Ryder family?
I'd say it was the Ryder family, but the children would have carried just as much Ryder blood as they would have carried Harrow blood.
Sure, but I've heard of more Ryders than I have Harrows. Was this the end of it?
Probably not.
Well,
I'd suggest we proceed with even more caution than we were before.
I see two ways to proceed. So I think the door behind you perhaps leads to a balcony that wraps around the western part of the house.
Guest bedroom. It would make somewhat sense. Can I try the door?
Yeah. It goes to the balcony.
You were correct.
And now this one either also leads to a balcony that connects to Gunther's area, or a room that contains a door that leads to a balcony that connects to Gunther's area.
As you approach it, it's cold. Like, you feel it. Like the floor itself is cold, emanating like someone left some dry ice sitting there or something. It's cold.
Brr. Certainly is a draft. Unlike other doors, so maybe I'm wrong. Only one way to find out. I will try the door.
Okay. As you grab the door handle, it is icy cold to the touch. But it opens. It takes a little effort. As, wind blows into the room. And it's a bathroom with the window open.
Well,
Not quite as nice as Gunther's bathroom. And the water is not being constantly poured.
Seems the guests of this house get a full suite.
Suppose what's left is
No.
the first
Can
floor.
I close the window?
You can.
First
Is-
floor then?
Does the desk lord leave
First
any
floor.
notes on the toilet?
I didn't. If you would like to go dig,
You know who
perhaps.
you're talking to, right?
This house has plumbing, so if it did, it would not be here.
It does indeed have plumbing.
I guess we have the first floor in the garden area. Do you think something was buried in this area or the other of the parallel?
While we are here, we can check here. And if we get out, when we get out, we can check the other place if it is not here.
Yeah.
We're still missing that tiny key was mentioned earlier.
Yes.
And while it may be a stretch, perhaps this logbook could fulfill the ideology of trust, albeit misplaced.
Yeah. You trust the people to come into the house with your children. I wouldn't let someone that I didn't trust come
As
within
mentioned
the
earlier,
range of my children. So
That seems like a strong connection.
there are emotions attached. However, they might have changed over the time. I'm not exactly sure how this magic works. And misplaced trust might not be an appropriate catalyst. We'll see if there's something else that fits the bill. The first floor?
The first floor it is.
As you make your way down the hall and down the stairs, floorboards creak and just echo through all of the open doors that you've left. Small draft. Even though you've left no doors exterior open, even shut a window, there still seems to be an odd chill creeping through the air. Their own shadows seem to kind of linger a little too long, stretching a little too far. Even as Aaron has his rapier out, aglow. But heading down to the first floor. Bring it back down there. You're once again greeted by the cool purple light and the spacious spacious rooms down here. Like the upstairs did seem a little claustrophobic. Downstairs seems open. A nearly open floor plan. Like there's semi-doorways. Not many doors aside from exterior. But that is where we'll end tonight, as you are one step closer to, actually a couple of steps closer to finding your way A, out of here, and B, solving the mystery of perhaps what I think you pretty much know what happened for the most part. But maybe there's a little more to the story that we'll uncover next time. So thank you so much for watching, folks. And yeah, we will see you next time. Night or night.
Later.
Bye.